Hi, I'm John Fitzgerald and welcome to this week's edition of Team Wealth Builders. I said I was going to talk about managing your rents, managing your agents, because now we have employment growth. Employment growth is going to reduce the unemployment rate. It's going to increase wages. We have a skill shortage today. Rio Tinto announced just a couple of weeks ago they're looking for 6,000 workers today. These are phenomenal times. Us as rental owners, or I should say landlords, we need to be aware of it. We need to be increasing your rents. The Reserve Bank, as I said last week, the Reserve Bank want to get this economy moving. What does that mean? It means inflation. It means rents are going to go up. Now, let me tell you a little story on this, because I was having a coffee with one of our great Sydney clients recently. They've got a house in Sydney that they were endeavouring to rent for $550 a week. Took possession of it about 3 weeks previous. There was one of our agents advertising similar houses for $520 a week, $30 less. He used a local agent and got $550. Now, what's the moral to this story? The moral to this story is he worked that agent, and you will get the rent you deserve from the agent by working that agent. And it's very, very important. You, as the landlord, set the rents. The biggest mistake I see landlords make is they just believe the agent, or the agent tells them, well, I've got properties that I can rent for $520 a week in the area and I'm advertising them, etc., etc. That doesn't mean that that's the benchmark for that area. The benchmark is what you can get for that rental. And it's a really important distinction, because all too often, and let's think about this, the agent is a young person, maybe in their 20s, who manages 100 to 150 houses. They don't own property necessarily themselves. So they're not sure of this inflation, this price growth, this economic growth, all these things that I'm talking about. And you're the landlord, you have to set your fees. And I've always found the ability to find an agent that can work that property for you and get that little bit more. And we've got so many clients within the Custodian program who are getting that extra $10, $20, $30 a week than their agent recommends. So I always use the agent's recommendation as the lowest figure and always put it up $10, $20, even $30 and push your agent on it. But pushing your agent on it means you need to deal with them, you need to get to know them, you need to get them working for you. Because a successful portfolio, and I often say this at our seminars, the difference between success and failure is you being able to enrol that group of people around you and get them working for you, motivate them to work for you, motivate them to get that extra $10 or $20 a week, even give them an incentive to do that, to increase your rents all the time. Now, it's that $10, $20, $30 a week, in fact, in this case in Sydney, $30 a week, that's $1,500 a year. Take that as one little win, and then look at your finance and negotiate that down, negotiate to get a fixed term rate, etc., etc., and it could add up to many thousands of dollars a year. And that's the difference between a successful investor and an also-ran. But certainly a successful investor is going to be someone who has a multiple of properties and can really work that system well. Think about it, work it, get onto your agent now, work with them, enrol them, give them that incentive, increase your rents. Thanks for listening to me.